another thing was self-awareness. That's a very touchy subject. Why? Because a lot of people are not self-aware. They're not aware of their power. They're not aware of their strength. They're not aware of their ability, and they're not conscious of their life. You know, they live every day, of course. They eat, sleep, go to work, do whatever they do, but they're not conscious of their power while doing the things that they do. One of the things that I became aware of in my late 20s was how self-reliant I was. You know, I never paid any attention. I just did things because this is norm. I don't know how you do them. I do them. I have to get up and do this. You have who? Your uncle, your mom, your sister, your child? Not me. So when I became more conscious of my abilities, I am more aware of these things, these great things that life gave me in unfavorable situations that I was able to find in these unfavorable situations. I then began to grab them and control them. Now I have the power. Because why? I learned of them. I became aware of these great features that life has given me. And to me, at the end of the day, poverty wasn't always poverty. I found riches in poverty. I found myself in unfavorable situations. And now that I've found myself, I'm able to tap into these abilities. I'm able to enhance these abilities by learning techniques and learning more knowledge about these things to build a better person and for me to be a better person. And not only that, to invite other great things in my life through these wonderful avenues that I've found and became aware of. So it's definitely important to be aware of these things. Mind you, it all goes back to self-love also. Self-love. You love yourself. We know that. I love myself. I think I do. I know I do. I love myself even more now. Why? Because in order to do anything, in order to be the best at whatever it is you're doing, you have to love yourself enough to do these things. Now, lots of women, you know, especially women who have families and children and husbands and stuff like that, these women get caught up in, and men too, and kings do too, they get caught up in loving other people, you know, more than they love themselves. But if you ask them, they say, oh, I do love myself. I love them and me. But at the end of the day, you know, they do more for others than they do for themselves. Unconsciously, they do more for others. They take care of their kids, take care of their husband, and just be burnt out at the end of the day. And if you don't stop them, they won't get their hair done or comb their hair or get their hair cut because they're so into loving everybody else. But imagine if you could reverse that love and love yourself with that same love that you love other people with, or with a greater love. In return, you will be able to love them more and love yourself even more. But you have to be conscious and aware of this and apply this to your life. Now, am I saying being selfish? Nah, not really. I'm not saying that you should be selfish, but to love yourself more, you can definitely give more and do more to the people around you just by being conscious of loving yourself. I think God wants us all to love ourselves, because if we love ourselves, then what we do? We take time out to educate ourselves. We give things thought. We rely on ourselves. We build our muscles up intentionally, not and physically, emotional and spiritual muscles, that is, intentionally build these up to become better because we love ourselves and we want to protect ourselves and we want to nourish ourselves and do all these things that we do to other people, but now to ourselves. Yeah. And also, when you love yourself more, people have to love you on the level that you love yourself. Yeah, because you're giving off this swag, this positive vibration that they are feeling, and they know that they can't come at you halfway because you're not halfway with yourself. They can feel the love that you love yourself with and have to love you no less than the level that you love yourself with. And then it's going to be harder for them to think in their mind that they can love you otherwise, on a level otherwise than the level that you love yourself. So love yourself.